Are you looking for your email marketing to get better results and stand out from all those other emails in the inbox? Today, we're going to dive into how to set up an email in the amazing sales and marketing software called From Leads to Sales. Stay tuned to see how you can create an amazing email campaign. Or if you have a marketing virtual assistant, please share this video with them and they can learn how to set it up for you. Hey there, welcome back to our channel. With the digital world rapidly evolving, email marketing has just become so important and an essential part of growing your business. Email marketing remains a powerful tool in growing your business and in building those relationships with your contacts and with connecting with your audience. So today in this video, we're going to show you how easy it is to set up an email in our From Leads to Sales sales and marketing software. Whether you're a beginner, whether you've got experience already, or whether you're a marketing virtual assistant working for your boss, this video is designed to offer value to everyone. So let's dive in. So now we're in our From Leads to Sales software, and we're going to go to the email marketing section. So we're going to go to marketing, and then up here we went to email campaigns, and we're going to go ahead and create a campaign. And in this case, we're just going to start with a blank one. Now you can do design editor, which is easier, it's just a drag and drop, or you can do code editor. So we're going to go ahead and make this easy and do design editor. So we're going to give this campaign a name. Let's say new email campaign. And then it automatically puts a little text box here. Okay, so what happens is if we click over here on the right, it obviously highlights the box, and then we can click edit. And we can actually, I think what we're gonna wanna do here is go ahead and just make this paragraph text. And we're going to line it up to the left because we're gonna have it say dear, and then we're gonna add their first name. Now, what you can do, this is a little extra goodie, is go ahead and use ChatGPT to help you write an email. In this case, I've written a prompt that just says, please write me a short sales email that invites people to learn more about video marketing and outsourcing to a marketing virtual assistant. So I'm going to go ahead and let Chat write that for me. Okay, so I don't know if you follow along, but it's even got a little emoji in here in the subject line. So we're going to go ahead and copy this. Actually, we don't need the subject line just yet. We're going to copy the body of the email and we're going to paste it in here. We're going to go ahead and use their hello recipient name here. And so we're going to go ahead and save this, because anytime you've done something big, copied and pasted, even though this isn't our final version, we want to make sure that we save this so we don't have to go back and do this again. Okay, so what we want to do is we want this to automatically put the contact's first name in here. And so we know that this is the short code for that. Then we're just going to go through and edit this email because we don't want to send anything out that Chat has written completely the way they've written it, because they don't always write it the way that you would write it. And so we want to make sure that you feel good about this as if it were to come from you. So I hope this message finds you well. As the digital landscaping evolves, video marketing has swiftly emerged as one of the most impactful ways to engage audience and drive growth. Did you know that viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video compared to only 10% in reading it in text? So I feel like that's important. So I might bold that. We could even make that bigger. However, we also understand that creating compelling video content coupled with the intricacies of digital marketing. However, we understand that creating compelling video content coupled with the intricacies of digital marketing can be time-consuming and challenging. That's where we come in. Why not consider outsourcing to a marketing virtual assistant? Our team of experienced virtual assistants specialize in video marketing, video SEO, and I'm going to change this to graphic design, social graphics, and marketing materials. By partnering with us, you can maximize your reach and engagement, save valuable time and resources, benefit from experts insights and skills without the overhead. This is actually pretty good. Interested in learning more? Let's schedule a chat to discuss how we can elevate your brand's digital presence through power of video marketing. Simply reply to this email or give us a call. And we'll say book a time with us. So I can bold that. And so we're going to highlight this, make it bold, and then we're also going to link the text. Open it in a new window and save. Look forward to helping you achieve your marketing goals. And then the last thing we put on here for us is dream big, is our signature, if you will. Again, I'm going to hit save. Now, normally I would make a lot more edits than this, but this is actually written pretty well, and just for our purposes today, we don't need to go any further. So what we're going to add now is an image. So we just drag the image box over here, and then we're going to go ahead and tell it what image to use. So if I go into my images, and I've already uploaded an image for Kirsten and I. And so I hope you saw how quick and easy that was to bring it in. I'm going to put the alt text as Kirsten and Jeanne, just in case it doesn't show up for any reason. We don't need a link in it, but I am going to make it smaller because it's a little too big. We're going to do that so people can see us, and then we're going to align it to the left. And then we're going to go ahead and save it. Actually, I'm going to put our names on here. Kirsten and Jeanne. And I'm just going to italicize that. Now, we don't want to get too fancy with fonts. I know we could choose something that was a little more scriptish. Please don't use Comic Sans. Just a personal thing. But we can make this a little fancier. There's lots and lots of cool, actually, software that you can do an animated GIF. And if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll show you how to do that. But for our purposes, we just want to make it something that's readable. And so we'll save. And we already have this set up actually with an unsubscribe button that's automatically added, and actually the name of our company and the address and those things that are required that are requirements to have on all emails that go out. So the next thing that we're going to do is click on send or schedule. So this is really cool. So here's some options. You can either send this email right now, or you can schedule it at a later date, or you can batch schedule it. Batch scheduling is something that I don't think a lot of people use, but is really important and really effective and very helpful for your deliverability rate. And deliverability means that the email you sent out was actually delivered to someone, and it was delivered to their inboxes. So that has a lot to do with your reputation, your email's reputation, and that's a whole different that's a whole different discussion that I'm not going to go into today, but you're welcome to look it up and find more information on it. But batch scheduling can be something that you just want to do, again, especially if you have a large group of contacts. And it's typically done with something that's not really time sensitive. So you wouldn't want to batch schedule if you're sending an email out for an event that's happening in a half an hour from now, because it's not enough time. But if you wanted to go ahead and batch schedule, you could send out, let's say, for example, you had 2,000 people on your email list. Well, you could decide to send out 100 of them every hour, and you can decide if you want that on, let's leave Monday on there. Let's just say we don't want to send it out on Saturday and Sunday. Or if we wanted to make sure that they all went out on a particular day, like Wednesday, we could just do that. And then you can decide here. And then you can decide here what time you want it to start, and then what time you want it to end. So those are some cool options those are some really cool options that you have. So here we're going to go. So now we're going to go ahead and put the from email. I'm going to just put mine in here. And then the from name. So we like to put, instead of our business name, we like to put in here something that sounds a little friendlier. So when someone sees it in their inbox, it feels like it's coming from someone they know. So we like to put Kirsten and Jeanne. And people who know us will be happy to see that come in their inbox. And if I had put Six Figure Business Coaching, which is our company, it wouldn't sound as friendly and as warm and as something that they might notice and want to read versus something that has some first names on it. And I could have put Jeanne from Six Figure Business Coaching, or Jeanne, co-creator of the Marketing VA Advantage, or something along those lines if you do want to have your company name in there. So the email subject line was really important. And actually we have one here that Chat wrote for us. And they even, like I said, put a little emoji in there. So we're going to go ahead and copy that and put that here in the subject line. Now I would be tempted to move this emoji to the beginning so people see it right away. Because when they're looking in their inbox, they're just seeing a lot of words. But if you put an emoji in there, and I sometimes put like the fire one because it's yellow and red and it jumps out at you, it's definitely going to be something that they're going to stop and notice. And then some of the email softwares like some of the email softwares like Gmail actually have something called a preview text. So they will show the subject line and then there'll be some text after that. If you assign it as preview text here, that's what will show up. If you don't, it might show the beginning of your email. So it might show Dear Susan and then like the first sentence. So it's something that if it's an option, I always want to put that in here. And then here we're going to send these out just to the people who have the tag that we gave them. So it was networking BNI. And here we have some options. Should contacts linked with this tag between now and the day you send it be included in this campaign? So if I had more new BNI contacts and I add them after I've set all this up, but before the email goes out, do I want to include them? So I usually say yes. And so you can save this, and then when you're ready, you can go ahead and schedule it. Now, one more thing I would advise before you go ahead and schedule it is when you're back here in this section, you can go up here and click. You can do two things. One, you can preview the email so you can see what it looks like, which is a really good idea. The other thing you can do here is go ahead and send a test email. So put an email address here, then put your email address here. Maybe you have a personal Gmail that you use, or even your business email address is fine. Then it doesn't copy the subject line, so you're going to want to, we can go into send or schedule and copy this subject line here. And so let's go again to test email. So again, put your email address here, put whatever email you want to send it to. And then I always put test here. So when it lands in my inbox, I know that this is a test I sent to myself. And then I like to put the email subject line here. And then this will be live if I had put an address here and a send test to. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and so then I can send myself a test email. And I always think it's a really good idea anytime you're sending out an email is to send yourself a test one, because you want to see what it looks like in your inbox compared to all the other things in your inbox. So again, send yourself, or if you are a VA who is working for someone, or if you are a virtual assistant or a marketing assistant who's setting this up, go ahead and send a test email to your boss, your client, whomever it is that you're working for, just to make sure that when they see it, that they're happy with it. Because maybe they would say, you know what, I want to add a picture in the middle here. There's too much text. Or they might say, oh, let's not only bold this, but let's make it a different color. And you can easily do that. As you can see, most of your editing is up here, and it's just normal editing type. maybe we want to make this purple so it jumps out at people. Wow, look at that. And then just save it. But again, I always have my VA send a test email to me or to themselves to see it before it goes out, just to make sure. The other thing that you do when the test email shows up in your email inbox is always click on all the links, just to be sure that they are working properly, because sometimes we get a little bit lazy and we just copy a link from one place to another and we just assume that it's working. And so it's always a really good best practice to go ahead and check that. So now we can go back to our marketing section, email campaigns, and we can see right here, because I didn't send it, it's still saved as a draft. And we can click on this pencil to go back at any time and update it or edit it. But it will always show up. The most recent one will always show up at the top. So that is all there is to sending out, creating your email campaign in the amazing sales and marketing software from Leads to Sales. Thanks for tuning in today for the walkthrough on how to create an effective email in From Leads to Sales, the amazing sales and marketing software. As always, your feedback and questions are welcome in the comments below. We love hearing what you have to say, and if you have any questions, we love answering those for you. If you found this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and even ring the bell so you'll get notified every time we release a new video. Until next time, remember, with the right tools and techniques, your email campaigns can make a significant impact on others and on your bottom line. So dream big and happy marketing.